There was a young man by the name of Michael who grew up in a little church, little community in central New York, Binghamton to be exact. Who served the church in many ways, became the church's organist, and through the encouragement of his loving and caring pastor, Findikyan, he was encouraged to come to St. Nerses to participate in the summer program, the deacon's training program to be exact. And it is there where I met Michael Findikyan and watched him grow from his teenager years to a young man to the point at which he felt a calling to serve the church. And so he came to St. Nerses Seminary, was an exceptional student, was offered opportunities to further his education, went on to further studies. In the meantime was ordained Deacon Michael Findikyan, and later, 22 years ago, was ordained a priest by Archbishop Khajag Barsamian in St. Ratan Cathedral, where I served as his father, his sponsor. He served as Dean of St. Nerses Seminary. He continues to serve as faculty, a member of the faculty, a distinguished member of the faculty of St. Nerses. And today we call him Archbishop Khajag and the president of the St. Nerses Board of Directors. We welcome that. We thank God for that blessing. And we now invite our second honoree to address us at the podium.
Archbishop Khajag Barsamian, Lucieli, Okeborzanovas, Archbishop Khajag Barsamian, Hasengeneres, Hakeli Balantestan, Balbabur, Jurek, Okeshnor, Ayshuper, Ajbanabadi, Kahana Ayre, Marishor Sargabarne, Nitangaki, Mershut Neses, Nzayani Saner, Yeshutanabarner, Miskeri Lanikas. What a great pleasure to stand before you today. What comes to my mind as I stand here before you is how our Lord works in mysterious ways and how our Lord surprises us with His grace. Just a little bit over 1 year ago, I, Father Daniel, was sitting in my little office in the basement of the diocese, in the Zohar Information Center, surrounded by books, cataloging books and dusting off old volumes, and perhaps preparing a sermon for the coming Sunday, and maybe a lesson for the seminaries of St. Nerses, maybe working on an article or some scholarly tidbit. And now, just a little bit over a year later, I stand here as Bishop Daniel, your primate, and I have the unusual and utterly unexpected privilege to be able to acknowledge our champion of the evening, Archbishop Khajag Barsamian, my predecessor as primate of this diocese and president of the board of directors. So, Basan, how strangely the Lord works, and how wonderful it is to be able, for me, your student, your spiritual child, whom you encouraged, whom you ordained, whom you comforted, to whom you gave hope, to whom I looked up for so long, now to be able to acknowledge you from this position and to thank you for your enormous contributions, yes, for your champion-like support of this important seminary of ours. Thank you so much. Indeed, how mysterious are the ways of our Lord. And St. Narcissus Seminary is a place which revels in those mysteries and revels in those unexpected glimpses of grace that God pours down upon those of us who are courageous enough, humble enough, sincere enough to be able to open the eyes the eyes of faith to be able to see them. That's what St. Narcissus does explicitly and excellently. We are a seminary, we have a wonderful faculty, we have had a parade of wonderful students that have come through our doors. Our programs are expanding. We have a new campus now, still shiny and new 3 years later. But what is continuous about St. Narcissus for me is that the men and the women that have given their lives to that institution, beginning with its founder, Archbishop Khajag of blessed memory, have been men and women of profound faith in the mysteries of our Lord Jesus Christ, the mysterious grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and in the beauty and preciousness of his church among the Armenians. And with that outlook, Diran Sirpazan, his right-hand man, Deacon Hovanes Kasparian, and now our Karikim Kasparian, who remains with us and is the continuous link from the foundation of this seminary, and all of those that follow him, whether teachers, deans, rectors, in various positions, have been able to inspire young men and women and to encourage them to look up to the possibilities that God may be calling them toward. And I am one of those who was encouraged at St. Narcissus Seminary and by the good people at St. Narcissus Seminary. I've said before, and I'll say it again, that St. Narcissus Seminary has been the birthplace, the protection of my vocation to love God and to serve God and his people within the Holy Church of the Armenians. And it began, as their Margiro said, way back as a 14-year-old, when the very first graduate of St. Narcissus Seminary to be ordained a priest, their Kevor Karakelian, in his very first parish assignment in St. Gregory the Illuminator Armenian Church in Binghamton, New York, a young man in his late 20s, early 30s, reached out to me, a half-Armenian kid who spoke not a word of Armenian, who was not particularly virtuous, as 14-year-old boys go, and was able somehow to see in this young man of the time some promise. And he said to me, Michael, you need to think about being a priest. Tuesday, I asked Father Kevor last week in Armenia, I asked him again, what in the world did you see in this 14-year-old kid from Texas with his German mother driving him around and his Wolsetsy father occasionally appearing to push him forward? He smiles and doesn't really give me a precise answer. He saw it and planted the seed. planted a seed. And it's not that I decided that day to become a priest, far from it. I battled that, I fought against it as mightily as I could while I pursued other things that interested me. But then, my life came back to St. Narcissus at a deacon's training program that Kevork forced me to almost speaking instrument. And there I met Deacon Michael Chevnian, now dear Margaret Chevnian, who, just like their Kevork, drew me in, saw something of hope and promise within me, and cultivated it with love and sincerity and faith and prayer and guidance. And continued to support me through my high school years and college years, through the relationships that I made at those summer conferences, fellow conference participants like Haj Simeon and many of you that are here now today. And we found at St. Narcissus a safe place where we could be free and we could be encouraged to think about our Lord and to think about our faith and to challenge each other and to question each other and to ask questions and be supported by wonderful, marvelous clergy of our church, many of them, but not all of them, graduates of St. Narcissus themselves, women who had studied and graduated from St. Narcissus with theological education, who until today are serving our church, to the point where we could, Simeon and myself, and Vahan and Narek Sirvazaner, and so many, many others that are here in this room, could say, yes, I think this is where God may be leading. And we could have the courage to step forward to do that. The Lord works in mysterious ways. And then just 6 days ago, I was like fresh bishop. 6 days ago, kneeling down before each month set on the altar of descent and holy expiation. That's the idea that went through my mind. How mysterious are the ways of our Lord? How hidden are his blessings? How wonderful are his blessings? My story overlaps with the story of St. Narcissus. My story is the story of St. Narcissus. That is and has been my life. St. Narcissus was founded in the year that I was, let's say, founded. And my life continues parallel with it. And if I've been able to achieve anything, the enormous dignity now of being ordained a bishop of the Armenian Church, the profound privilege to be the primate of this diocese, and now to be the president of the board of directors of the seminary, and to have an even stronger hand in steering this wonderful, marvelous institution ahead. If I have brought anything to that from my own achievements, the real success story is the story of St. Narcissus Seminary and the vision of Archbishop Barsamian, which lives until today. You see over here a number of young men dressed in black. This year our students are all men. Next year they will not be all men, as is the tradition of our church. As their teacher, now as their primate and bishop, has been and will continue to be to support them in every way that I can, to support them in the way that I was supported by Miran Sirpazan himself, by their Findikyan, by Father Kevork, by Father Margos, by Khajag Barsamian, by my classmates, Narek Sirpazan and Vahan Sirpazan, and so many, many others. And to look with the eyes of faith into their lives, into their hearts, into their aspirations, and to steer them to that wonderful place that God is leading them. We have much, much work to do as a seminary. We have much work to do as a diocese. You've heard me talking a lot, and you'll hear me talk a lot more about our need to build up the body of Christ, to do what St. Paul tells us to do. Build up the body of Christ and bring every member of our precious church to the full stature of Jesus Christ. That, my friends, is an educational endeavor. An educational endeavor, educational in the broadest sense of the word. Not just lectures and books and classrooms and exams and papers, of which our seminarians are all too familiar, especially this week. But rearing and raising human beings, men and women, expanding their minds, opening their hearts, helping them to pray and to know, not facts and figures and theology, but to know the love of God for each one of them, for each one of us. That's an educational endeavor. That is what we will be working on in our diocese for the coming future. And for that work, St. Nerses Seminary must be at the heart. The seminary, as we see it now, with our students and our faculty and our marvelous facilities, but, to be very honest, a seminary that is even broader in its scope and bigger in its ambition and broader in its programs and greater in its facilities and more powerful in its faculty. Because the work ahead of us is enormous. In a world which increasingly is devaluing religion in general and devaluing specifically those that dare to follow Jesus Christ seriously and firmly and knowledgeably and wisely and courageously. And for a little church like ours, we must raise ourselves to the full stature of Jesus Christ. We must continuously build up the body of Christ. And that's why we're gathered here today. That's why you have come to join us, because you are the ones that we look to help us to do that. To support these young men and the young men and women that are coming this year and next year and the year after. I want to see more students. I want to see the best of our young people at the seminary, learning, studying, those that are called to be priests becoming priests, those that are called to be deacons being deacons, those that are called to teach, those that are called to work in hospitals and pray with people that are suffering to do so, and in so many other areas. We need you to help us. To run a seminary is an expensive endeavor. It's not a secret that there are not a lot of Armenian seminaries in the world. We are one of 4 or maybe 5, and we are the only Armenian seminary in the Western Hemisphere. There's a reason for that, because it takes an enormous amount of faith, and it takes a mature Armenian Christian community, and it takes a lot of money. And we will need to call on you prayerfully to assist us in doing this in the coming years. As the president of the board of directors, as primate of this diocese, as the newest bishop in the Armenian Church, I want to thank you all for being here, to thank all of you for the sacrifices that you have made, monetarily and spiritually, through your prayers and support, through your children that you have steered and encouraged to come to St. Nerses, whether it be to study full-time or through a summer program or other shorter program. Thank you. Thank you especially tonight to our Dean of now his second tenure, Archbishop Khajag, who is my spiritual father. He was my dean, and And now our relationship has evolved further, but we continue to work together. And after Giram Khajag, the founder himself, and his right-hand man there, Findikyan, the third name that will live forever in the annals of this seminary, as far as people that have given their heart and soul to this seminary because they believe it and they know those mysteries of our Lord, is their Marcus. God bless you, dear Lord. Students, our faculty, our benefactors, our board of directors, our future students, and those little munchkins that are running around here, that were running around in church this morning, that will soon be coming to St. Francis and benefiting from it and being inspired by it to serve our Lord and His holy church among our members. God bless you.